Hey you guys, the following is a comparison from the Baby Brezza that I've had since baby registry versus the Grownsy baby bottle warmer that were kindly sent to me to review. The reason why I agreed to this is because I really want to get another baby bottle warmer for my husband. The Baby Brezza is just very tall, and so a lot of time he having trouble just fidgeting around when baby is crying and screaming when he has her. When Grownsy approached me, I saw that their version is a lot shorter, so that's why I agreed to this, and the following is the comparison of the two. Now I will say my verdict is I like them both. They both had different quality pros and cons, obviously. Right now, the Grownsy working for us because our baby's only 3 months old and she's only drinks the 4 ounces bottle. Versus maybe later when she drinks a lot more and we get to use the 8 and 10 ounces bottle, maybe the Baby Brezza will work a little bit better for us because actually the machine is very tall, so it warms all the way up to the entire bottle. Right now we really don't need all that. This is just what been really working for us. Now I have a discount code for you that Grownsy is giving me. You can get 15% off. Click the link below in the bio if you are interested. Thank you, Grownsy, for this collaborations that I get to bring to you guys. Hope this was helpful. If you are looking for a comparison for your baby registry, I gotta go now. Bye. So let me just do a quick demonstration of the Baby Brezza and how it works. So you first open this up and you would take this bottle holder out, and I have a small bottle right here. Our baby's only 3 months old, so we only use small bottle, and this is glass, by the way. So you put it in there and it's just kind of like a drop unless your hand fits entirely in here. So then you place it on a side, and the water measurement is back here. And then you also have a quick warming instruction as well. It tells you between plastic and glass, and it tells you between starting bottled, steady warm, or whatever you need to do. So if you have 1 ounce, and it's a little so if your starting bottle is 70 Fahrenheit, which I don't know how you would know that, it's just like a normal temperature versus a cold temperature. So it's a little very confusing to me. I don't do well with numbers. So we just kind of ignore this completely and go off of what, you know, we know by playing with the machines a little bit. So I would just fill this up. And I know some people use distilled water. We just use tap water. I just throw this in here. And then you typically put this on the back, but this lid is so clunky that I just put it aside. And then you would then look for this this rectangle box, if you will, to see if it matched perfectly right here. So if you place it right here, it would close everything nicely. But let's say you don't. It would not close until you fidgeting back to where it wants you to, and then it will close. Now, that alone is sort of annoying because when baby is crying and screaming, you know how it is when baby is hungry, you're technically just fidgeting around this for a little until you figure it out where it wants you to. And when you turn this on, technically this machine also had an app, but you know everything nowadays have an app. So you can do this by an app, and it's super nice and quick and easier. But if you don't want to do an app, which, you know, when baby is crying, you don't even know where your phone is, it's harder to maneuver. So a lot of time we just figure out the button itself. So if you have room temperature, you would just do 1. So that the house icon means room temperature. And then if you want to do quick warm, you just press the 1 button, and that's 1 minute and 52 seconds, and it will just count itself down and it will just warms itself up. And then that's it. That's all you do. And if it has this button icon right here, that means it is warming up. I don't know if you can hear that. Let me move my mic closer. So according to my husband, this machine warmed up pretty freaking fast. And now you hear it's boiling. And if you lift up my camera here, you can see the smoke coming off of the machines. And now I'm going to open this up. It's pretty hot. Okay, so then it beeps. I have to shut it up. I have to shut it down because everybody's sleeping right now. So you really have to be careful where you're touching up here. And then you take this off. Naturally, water drips. Now, my problem with this machine is I have glass bottle, so it's super hot for you to just nudge it up to even get the bottle. If you are a man, your hand is really big to dig into here to get the bottle out. So what I typically see when I research Baby Brezza bottle warmer, most people would just pick up the nipple up, and that is super sanitary if you are feeding a baby. And we're just doing a test drive, so I don't mind doing this right now. But if I was to feed my baby, I would not be okay with that. And now this bottle is quite warm, and that was just only 2 minutes. This is really, really warm. It's like scorching hot. I'm not able to like actually hold this right now. And that is the Baby Brezza quick warm. Now let's compare it to the Grownsy. Let's unplug this. All right, this is my honest review. They sent me this bottle, but that does not mean that if I don't like it, I won't tell you all about it. This is just my honest review of what I think, what works for us. Now, if you have a taller bottle, by all means, maybe when our baby is older and is drinking a lot more, this would maybe more useful for us. But for now, I don't like the fact how unsanitary this is. Plus the fact that this tube is on the back, and the button I don't typically like. Now come to the Grownsy. This is a little bit more simpler. You're like, okay, where is the lid? The lid is over here. They do also have their version of the orange bottle basket, and it's this thing right here. And if you notice, let me take this bottle out. And if you notice, you're like, oh, there's the handle. I actually really like the handle. It makes so much sense how this does not have a handle. But it also makes sense because, you know, you want it to be warm. So when I first opened this, I'm like, okay, you have a handle. Do you close the lid enough for it to warm up. So by fidgeting around, and you can see there's this gap right here where the handle would be, you know, that's actually pretty clever. Let me put the Baby Brezza side by side so you can see. So with this, you take the lid out, and I actually like this. It's worked perfectly for us right now because our 4-ounce bottle right now is just perfect for it. It just sits in here, and even if this thing is scorching hot, which it was before, even if this is scorching hot, I have a handle. I am not touching the nipple anywhere. I really, really like that. So typically when I'm warming this, I put it in here, and it comes with a cup. I don't like how this cup does not attach to the machine because you can easily lose it, but we just place it right next to the machine and no one touch it. So that system has been working for us so far. So there is some water in this already because we did use it tonight, and you can see inside of the machine is kind of nice, and it's just simple. It's super simple compares to the Baby Brezza. We have not washed it, and if you can see on the inside, it's actually quite gross because we used tap water. We have to clean that. I'm so sorry you have to witness this, but we just place a full cup of 40 millimeter with just 1.35 ounce set right there. Just dunk it in. Put the baby bottle in. And then even if you're fidgeting with this machine and your baby is crying and you're rushing you're rushing and fidgeting all around, it's still a pretty easy system to maneuver. Now, if you have a taller bottle, it said that you can just place this in here and you don't even need to use the lid for this. But that's why the lid is so tall, because then, you know, you can use a taller bottle for that reason. So in comparison, it looks like the Grownsy is a lot shorter, but actually the bottle in the Baby Brezza does not start until right here. It's the same size, basically, is what I'm trying to say. It's the same size of bottle you could use both, and I don't. There's plenty of space in here. If you even use a bigger bottle, I don't see a problem. So let's turn these machines on. At first, my husband was a little bit confused because he's used to an actual button. You see, I'm like pressing it so hard. Grownsy does not have an app, but because it's so simple, you can just easily tap. It's a touch screen system. You're like, oh, fancy. So what even more fancy about this system is the fact that, remember when I showed you the Baby Brezza on the back? Compare this to this is a lot like accountant, maybe preschool math. If you're not good at math, you will like this, because listen, I'm like, what the heck is this? We even read the manual, and when I was first postpartum, 5 weeks, me and my husband, with the sleep deprived new parents as we are, this was like math to us, and we thought just the baby world is supposed to be like this complicated. It's not. You don't have to go through that. Listen, this thing tells you whether you have a plastic bottle, let me zoom in, whether you have a silicone bottle, whether you have a glass bottle, or do you have a milk bag that is in the freezer instead? So what initial temperature did you start with? 41 Fahrenheit or 68 Fahrenheit? Pretty self-explanatory if you ask me. The Baby Brezza only have plastic and glass. And I don't understand whether it was okay, so it wants you to do quick warming or steady. I don't even know what steady warming is. it's maybe longer, like it needs to like defrost, you know? Or why can't we just say defrost? Anyway, it tells you to add water, so you only need 1.4 ounces, even though the cup said 1.35 ounces. So let's not nitpick, but that would be a little error here. But if you, and then it tells you milk volume. If you have 2 ounces, how many minutes? If you have 4 ounces, how many minutes? Compared to here, let's say you have plastic and you want to do a fast warm, right? Quick warming. Okay, let's say I have plastic. I'm doing 1 ounce. Okay, quick warm. I'm not going to steady, I'm going quick warm. I have plastic, I only have 1 ounce. How many do I need to do? X. What the heck is X mean? Like, now I know what X mean, but trust me, when I was 5 weeks postpartum, trying to heal, feeding baby, that was not fun. So anyway, there's a couple of notes and tips for you that they added here, which is you can read on your own term. But let's turn this on. So upon turning this on, you just touch, and if you notice, there's 4 button here: fast, 24-hour, food, sterilized. Yes, it's also sterilized. It also warmed up food, which is quite cool. I don't know what food is in this narrow tall thing. Maybe it's baby jar food. That would make more sense to me. So I just go here, and so far we only use the fast quick function because I only use this for baby bottle feeding. So I have not ventured out to other button yet. I will do a follow-up, but for now, let's say I have not even 1 ounce. So let's say, how much does it say for 1 ounce? I don't even have 1 ounce. I only had, oops, it's already boiling up. Oh my God. Put my mic closer so you can see I have glass and 2 ounces, 3 minutes. So technically, I only need to do, let's decrease it. Like, that's 1 minute, that's 10 seconds. Let's just do 1 minute. So just like the Baby Brezza, or even quicker, you guys, you press the power button and you press that button, and then it just does its job. You don't really have to do anything else. And you can hear it's boiling up. And I think we're done. Let's take a look. So here we have a fully fog, for a good reason, lid. And like I said, I love this handle. I let it drips out for a little bit. And then this is pretty quick. This is just as warm and fast as the Baby Brezza. Like, I am not able to touch this right now. Yeah, and like literally that's it. I'm not touching the nipple of the bottle. Even if this is too hot, what I like to do is get a bowl, because I technically use this right next to my sink. I'm on my kitchen counter right now, so I just not even have to touch the boiling glass baby bottle, you guys. I can just take the handle, dip this whole thing in here, and go tend to baby, go find a burp cloth, go buy myself some time until I have to sit down and feed baby. And then once I take this off, I shake it around, you know, and you typically would test this. You test this on your forearm, by the way, you always do. And then this is a little bit hot, but let's, you know, this is a test. We knew that this is going to be a test. So anyway, I hope you guys find this helpful. Thanks, Grownsy, for reach out to us and giving us the opportunity to review this wonderful baby bottle warmer for you guys. And if you guys like this bottle warmer, you also use the Philip glass event bottles, they are kindly enough to give me a discount code for you guys. Check it on the screen here and check it below. I will see you guys next time. Thank you so much.